Our entertainment reporter Jim Ferguson has seen thousands and thousands of movies and talked with many of the stars. And earlier in the week, he had some very high praise for a movie that's opening today.
Jim, tell us, what movie are you talking about today?
Well, good morning. Our Hollywood Happening today looks at the timeless story of Disney's Cinderella, where Ella, played by Lily James, sees her perfect life suddenly change when her merchant father remarries following the tragic death of her mother. Eager to support her father, Ella welcomes her new stepmother, played by Oscar winner Cate Blanchett, and her two daughters. Lily, watching your performance as Cinderella, I had the feeling, correct me if I'm wrong, that you were enjoying this film. You loved walking in Cinderella's shoes.
I did, yeah.
Did you get that?
I did. I really did. I loved being her because she felt that kind of positivity and that inner strength. It was really inspiring and really, like, it made me feel lighter. It made me feel, like, hopeful. Yeah.
And I'm sure working with, I've interviewed Kenneth so many times, and he's such a wonderful man and a great director.
Yeah.
He must have made you comfortable as Cinderella as well.
He's, I don't have words enough to tell you how comfortable he made me feel. I mean, he's so, you know, when he's talking to you, it's like you're the only person he's talking to, you know, because he's so specific and clear. So when he told me about her and about his vision for the film, I felt like I don't know, I felt like I understood, and he directs with such heart and such warmth. So he made me feel like I could do it. Especially dancing in the ball.
Yeah. I mean, what a wonderful scene that was. Did you have skill in dancing? Was this something you've enjoyed?
I danced before, and I danced a lot in Downton as well, but not quite so sort of elaborately.
Well, you danced in Downton Abbey, too.
Yeah. Exactly, but Richard's funny because he said he couldn't dance, but he was so great, and he really led me. And the thing that was hard about the dance was the dress, because it was just, it engulfed us. It kind of swallowed Richard's legs. So, yeah, it was quite difficult.
Well, you know, Kenneth Branagh, we just mentioned, he predicted a great future for you. And I think everybody that's watched you, whatever you've done, would agree with that. Because you're just a wonderful, beautiful person.
Oh, thank you so much.
Did you enjoy the period piece? You mentioned the costume, the dress at the ball, but the sets and the costumes, you know, at that time, it must have been a lot of fun.
It really was, and it kind of does all the work for you as an actor. You feel sort of transported into this world, and I felt with this they built everything. So you'd walk onto these sets done by Dante Ferretti, and you felt just sort of transported into this world. It was brilliant.
Are you all right?
I'm all right, but you've nearly frightened the life out of him.
Who?
The stag.
But we're hunting, you see. It's what's done.
Just because it's what's done doesn't mean it's what should be done.
You're right. I hope to see you again, miss.
For the role of the feared yet misunderstood stepmother, the filmmakers made the right decision in casting Oscar winner Cate Blanchett. Kate, so good to see you again, and what a wonderful performance in a fairy tale I've enjoyed over the years, Cinderella, and I know you enjoy fairy tales.
I do. Well, I tell them to my children, because fairy tales tell or describe to children a dark and challenging universe. And often as parents, you know, as storytellers, we try and sanitize that. We tell them who to gravitate towards. And I think the great thing for me about this retelling is that even the villains have a three-dimensional quality to them. So you can understand them and touch them and feel them. And I think that's what makes it contemporary.
They're real.
They're not cardboard cutouts.
And was Cinderella one of your favorites?
I must say it wasn't. I liked Hansel and Gretel. I felt there was real danger. You know, even the Cinderellas, the Rapunzels, the ones who got locked in towers and had to be rescued by handsome princes. They weren't the ones that I really gravitated towards because they were quite passive. And what Lily has done is she has kept Cinderella, the light of Cinderella, the goodness, the truth, the openness, the honesty, the kindness, the goodness, all of that stuff afloat. But she's made her strength, they made them into strengths. And so you understand why she stays out of loyalty to her father's memory and her mother's memory. And so what could have been weaknesses become strengths. And I think that's a real testament to her performance.
I don't know if you ever envisioned yourself as being the mean stepmother in Cinderella, but what you and Kenneth did to the character made her, I felt, very believable. First of all, she's beautiful.
Yes, I emphasise she's not the ugly stepmother.
She's not the ugliest
she's a wicked
stepmother.
But it's what makes people ugly. It's often not their exteriors. It's what they try and hide. It's their interior life. And in every instance, Cinderella has dealt with tragedy and disappointment in ways that have allowed her heart to become bigger, to her to become a greater, richer person. And the stepmother hasn't done that. Through her hardship has made her bitter and small and mean and competitive. But at least the story, I was really interested in trying to flesh out those small, moments that I had.
Well, you sure did that, and there's just so many beautiful things in the film. The dance scene at the ball. I mean,
beautiful.
Oh my gosh,
really beautiful.
Period pieces with the costumes and the sets and everything. It's just a wonderful film for an entire family to see.
I think it is a really satisfying, uncynical retelling of the story, and that in itself is refreshing. There's no kind of sharp hook to get people in. It's everything you want from a fairy tale, and I find it moving and funny and really, really heartwarming.
Well, in my opinion, this new Walt Disney live-action feature film of Cinderella brings fun and humanity to the fairy tale characters, while being true to the animated classic. Visually, Cinderella is beautiful, and the special effects are captivating. Directed by one of my favorite actors and directors, Kenneth Branagh, this cast, led by Lily James as Cinderella, is just about perfect. I also like the theme of kindness and compassion. It's rated PG, my grade a B+. Well, also opening today, Run at Night, an action drama starring Liam Neeson and Ed Harris, and the horror film It Follows. And I'm going to see you right here next Tuesday with my favorite friends on The Morning Blend.